So Nikola Jokic won the MVP, and everyone's going crazy.
Hey, what up, world?
What up?
Hey, some kind of way we got to get a hold of this voting shit, man.
Cool lad, what up?
Jokic is great, better than I ever was. I ain't taking nothing from him, dog.
Free slander, free slander.
Nah, bro. He trying to get into it so fast. All right, let's get the formalities out the way. He's great and all. Like, he's better than. Like, all right. Oh, okay, Jack.
As haters, so we know that talk. Queen. He better duck on that motherfucker. Oh no.
I ain't taking nothing from him, dog. But he is not a back-to-back MVP. Just like Steve Nash wasn't a back-to-back MVP.
Straight.
And these are just facts, man. It's other players who having great years, career years, who teams have a chance to win the championship. And if you know the game, you know Denver did not have a chance to win the championship. And that's just speaking facts. It ain't taking nothing from them. It's just the facts, bro.
What does that have to do with Steve Nash? When he won his championships, they had a chance to win the championship. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm about to say, buddy, D'Antoni and Nash kind of, they won a lot of games.
They won a lot of games.
A lot. like, come here. A lot of games.
We're literally only 29 seconds in. So he's saying back then, like, LeBron and Kobe should have won, even though their teams didn't have a chance? All right, bro. All right, bro. All right.
These people that net basket or got a rebound voting, living their dreams through a keyboard, man, messing up the game and affecting people's careers. I got an idea. The top 75, why don't y'all let them vote? The top 75 players all time, let them vote for the MVP every year. And it's that simple. Stop letting these people vote who live in their dreams through a keyboard or never had a chance to even take a shot or get a rebound or a charge. Like, for real. This shit is crazy, bro.
That's nasty. I'm sorry. Look. It's under a minute of it. There's gonna be comments that are like, "Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. He non hooper, bro.
That's a horrible idea.
I think we could, even you motherfuckers, you D28 motherfuckers. I think we could all agree that is nasty.
There's been this crazy war when it comes to analytics Twitter and eye test Twitter. And I'm gonna just say my stance on it, bro. I know there's extremes to both, right? But I'd honestly rather stand in the extreme of analytics Twitter, because at the very least, they're showing you statistical data to back up their arguments. But when you go off of the eye test, which is important as well, you know what I'm saying? When we're watching the game, it is important to use both. But when it comes to the eye test people, you're literally just judging players off of vibes. Come on, man. As soon as you bring up points per game, I don't know if y'all know this, but that is a statistic. So I can't. That's a horrible idea.
Man, didn't we react to a vid where Oakley said, "Yeah, Giannis can't play in my era. You want him out there?" Oh my God.
Also in the top 75, probably like 10 of them respectfully are literally dead. There's literally it's gonna be like 65 people voting. Just mathematically speaking, the sample size is gonna be too small. Like literally like what, 5-6 votes depending on the year can sway the MVP winner dramatically compared to the sample size that we have, which is like 220. Because I'm pretty sure when Curry got unanimous MVP, he got 216 first place votes. So the sample size is extremely big right now.
To give you guys a genuine take of mine instead of me just calling it trash, because I know that's been a problem for some of you guys out there, which is crazy, bro. Trash takes. Players are going to be bound to constantly and repetitively hate on the current generation. If you're telling me a top 75 list, a list that won't be updated until another 25 are added, therefore making a top 100, there's going to be older generations hating on the newer gen type players. For example, guys like Trae Young won't get certain respect. Guys like Steph Curry, the Curry Juniors out there won't get certain respect because back in my day, we had clotheslines and shit. Like, there's obscene biased opinions even in the style of play. There's a reason why some people, well, I find it hilarious, some people can't watch inside the NBA because at the end of the day, what they do a lot is, hey man, what I would do, get on that low block, post them up. They talk about that shit all the time over there. All the time. And some of y'all wouldn't be able to fucking handle that. So imagine if they were to then vote against a player for not having a post game. Y'all'd flip out.
But also, let's just be completely honest. A lot of these players don't really watch basketball religiously anymore. I'm sorry, I don't.
That's the real one.
There's a 95% chance that Jordan has watched. Well, Jordan's the owner, so he might be a bad example. But let's say, like, I don't know, like Dave Bing, Karl Malone. Like, I don't think they're watching 50+ games of their favorite team, let alone the whole landscape of the NBA, let alone have it be their job to analyze the game to a certain degree, to the point where the NBA themselves deem them as qualified to make a vote on the MVP. Now, some of them, I ain't gonna lie, probably shouldn't have a vote. They're way way too inconsistent. But I'm telling you, if players voted, it would be more inconsistent. It would be much more inconsistent.
Joel Embiid, you got.
All right, man. Before I start this video, I want to set the foundation. First of all, it's no music in this video because with these trap videos, they're pretty intimate. And I want you guys to really understand exactly what I'm saying.
What?
I know exactly how hypersensitive the basketball world is nowadays. And quite frankly, I really don't care, but I don't want my intent to be misconstrued. So let me say this. This video is in no way me critiquing Jokic per se, because honestly, what I'm touching on is truly out of his control. This is just the inevitable of a player of Jokic's caliber, status, and now new accolades reaching the trajectory he's on without any clear sight of a championship in his near future.
There's no
At
music,
least I don't see one with the current team he has. Maybe y'all see something different. Yesterday, officially, even though we already knew, Nikola Jokic became just the 13th player to win consecutive MVPs.
Shout out Jokic,
and he's
man.
now joining elite-ass company. As you probably know, this list includes Stephen Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steve Nash, LeBron James twice, Moses Malone, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Tim Duncan, like all-time greats. Now, I checked Twitter, and I seen the temperament of Twitter and how they reacted to him winning this MVP and joining this elite-ass company, and it immediately landed me behind this mic making this video.
Yep.
Some people are saying it's a disgrace that Shaq and Kobe has 2 combined for their entire careers, while Jokic at the age of 27 has 2 right now, which I ain't even gonna hold you, bro. I agree with that part. Some people are pointing out the fact that look at the 2 players he actually beat out for the MVP, Giannis and Embiid. They're still currently in the playoffs right now battling. Meanwhile, the current MVP, the back-to-back MVP, is somewhere in Cancun after getting eliminated in the first round. Like,
Niggas
people
love
are mad at
Cancun
this
jokes,
man.
bro.
And I just want to say this. Personally, and I said this in one of my last videos, and I still stand on this, bro. It's a regular season award.
Thank you.
If I had a vote, Nikola Jokic still would have been my MVP, and it's for simple reasons. This man led his team in everything, bro. Everything. I've never heard of that
on
in my
some
entire
LeBron
life.
shit,
That's
right?
LeBron-esque in the finals when we was arguing should he win the MVP even though he lost. This man was top 10 in field goal percentage, points, assists, and rebounds. That's the first time that's ever happened. This man was 18 games above 500 when he actually played a 50-win pace. And most importantly, he was without his 2 best players. Like, all those reasons that made him the MVP for me, at least in the regular season.
It's so easy. Like, I don't.
It's that
Like, to
easy.
be
It's that
honest,
easy.
everyone's been saying, like, this is the most contentious MVP discussion in recent memory. It really shouldn't.
They're saying that?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nasty.
This is one of the,
That's
this is one of the
gross.
closest.
That's
It
gross.
really isn't. To be honest with you.
No, it's not.
It really isn't. Let's just look at Jokic's stats real quick. Let's just do a little exercise, because let's just say it's Giannis. If I told you Giannis averaged 27, 14, and 8, a steal and a half a game, a block a game, on 58% shooting from the field, would there be any question if he's an MVP?
Nah. Everybody
Surprisingly,
losing
in
their mind.
2020, he damn near did that. The media was on Giannis' side. The good media, at least. Some motherfuckers were talking about how... let me not. What I'm saying is literally just change the name. Like, it's not Nikola Jokic doing this. It's like LeBron. If LeBron put up 27, 14, and 8 on 58% shooting, he'd be unanimous MVP. There would be no discussion, regardless of team success.
If LeBron shit said, because it's always said a lot of times, led Denver in field goal percentage, points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks, he'd get an MVP for it. Oh, wait, he did! In the fucking finals! That's the exact moniker everybody ran with. Oh, LeBron leads his team in all 5 major categories. GG's. I mean, look, you talking to a guy where I might even be team Giannis. You know what I'm saying? I think Giannis has a closer thing than people talk about. I probably would still go Jokic, but I think Giannis got a case for real. So I understand team eye test and shit, but y'all eye test is whack because you watch Jokic play. That's an amazing motherfucker. But 2, and more importantly, bro, it's a lot of ignorance. It's a lot of ooga booga me no number shit going on right now, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. And you talking to a person that I'm far from stat nerds with it. People still killing me for the fact that I ain't fucking fully understand game score, and I still don't. That's crazy. Not studying that shit.
Truly, I don't get the case for Embiid, aside from the fact that he led the league in scoring.
Embiid, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I'll go on that limb right now. I don't get it either. I'm so sorry. I do not understand the Joel Embiid one, bro. Like, unless I have the stats to memory wrong, I'm pretty sure Jokic just has the stat argument on lockdown, right? And then the defense, Giannis has more promising defense than Joel, so if anything, you would go Giannis versus Jokic. So I didn't. Joel's missed more games too, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, he's missed more games, but it also can't be the injury. It also can't be the injury argument, like the fact that Embiid did this without Ben Simmons, and because that's literally what Jokic did.
And then he got James Harden. Like, whether James Harden underperformed or not is cool, but he got James Harden. Y'all went crazy for us in 2017, and it was unanimous when it was a matter of, bruh, his team not gonna go that far, man. He's alone, but hey, he did it alone, and he had that triple-double. But now, when you think we're evolving to a level of wins don't matter anymore, no, what's happened is, it matters, but it better be the player that you want. So, if it was a motherfucker like Dame, if Dame was Jokic, I promise you people be cool. I bought that right now. Niggas be like, oh yeah, my man Dame need MVP, bro.
No cap, bro. I was in a space yesterday, and guy was dead ass. No, like, this is how delusional Sixers fans have gotten. Guy was dead ass debating that Jokic had a better supporting cast this year than Joel Embiid because of the bench.
This is where it's like, I understand, okay? People are going to comment below the Joel Embiid case because me or souls don't get it. Cool, comment it. I want y'all to comment it. Wake me up on why you believe that. Cool. But what we not going to do is this thing in the basketball community. And I love the community. I'm still in it. But we not going to do that thing where we want to argue so bad that we keep saying shit until somebody has to check you. Like, we're not going to go to the routes of, yeah, dog, it's just Matisse Thybulle. It's just James Harden, and he not even that good, bro. It's just Tobias Harris and Tyrese Maxey, bro. Cut it out.
I have no problem with that. I had Embiid as a close second and Giannis as an even closer third, but Jokic winning the MVP for the regular season, that was 1,000% legitimate for me. However, now going forward,
oh my God,
his recent accomplishments, plural, that will almost work in his detriment, at least to some degree. And let me explain. Who's the most disrespected MVP of all time? In my opinion, by far, it's not even close. Steve Nash.
Yeah, it's
Shaq still despises Steve for winning that MVP, and Steve never even making the NBA Finals. That makes the elite company he's in seem that much more fraudulent. Everybody on that extremely rare list that Nikola Jokic has now just joined, they've all won NBA championships, bro. All of them, except for who? Steve Nash. That makes, like I said, him look even more fraudulent, never even going to an NBA Finals, and it makes him fit that meme of that one clan with all those soldiers, and he just looks out of place. That looks like Steve Nash on that list when he hasn't even went to an NBA Finals. I made a video 2 years ago, and I always find myself referring back to this video, bro, but I'm sorry, I have to because it was so facts. It was called the Zion Williamson Trap, and in that video, I referred to Giannis, who at that time was on pace to win a back-to-back MVP, which he ultimately did, and the Defensive Player of the Year. I said in that video, if Giannis ultimately comes up short after winning these MVPs and racking up all these awards and these accolades, he will slowly go from being the NBA's media darling to their #1 critic, and it happened immediately. Accolades add pressure, bro. I'm sorry. Especially the highest individual award a player can possibly win. And this man won it consecutively, and he lost consecutively in slaughtered like fashion. I'm sorry. And trust me, I know exactly what some people are saying, and I agree with you, bro. I'm in agreement with you. He didn't choke like Giannis when he played Miami in the bubble. He didn't choke like Giannis when he played Toronto or James Harden when he played San Antonio. It wasn't like a choke job. He played great. He just ran into a juggernaut in Golden State. Bro, I agree with you. But trust me, history, they don't care about the context as to why you lost. All they care about when they look back in history is a consecutive back-to-back MVP never won. They don't care. And if you don't believe me, bro, look at Charles Barkley. I never seen Charles Barkley play live, and I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't either. Some of y'all are way younger than me. But if you let some old heads and Shaq, when they argue, if you let some old heads tell it, Charles Barkley was just this annual, habitual playoff choker that never played up to par when it mattered, and he never won an NBA championship, so he was just this choker, right? But if you actually look at his playoff resume, bro, he upped his production damn near every time he made the playoffs. He got a Phoenix team his first year there to the NBA Finals and won an MVP. Nobody adds context looking back on your history as to why you lost. All they care about is the fact that, bro, you lost. Now, Nikola Jokic is 27 years old, so by no means am I saying he's going to end up like Charles Barkley or Steve Nash and never win an NBA championship. I'm not saying that. Who knows? He could possibly win 2 or 3. Who knows? But all I'm saying is, regardless whether it's his fault or not, if he never makes any type of real postseason noise and he continues to rack up these accolades, which he will do because we know he's an animal and a stat junkie, he's going to be known as just that, a stat junkie who never elevated his team to the next level. In context, it won't be added, bro, I promise.
You're going to have to get one. I 100% agree. See, we don't just hate on all the YouTubers. but yeah, I 100% agree. Jokic going to have to. The harsh reality, and I will be the person to do it, they going to get on his ass. He going to have to get one done. However, where UI test, quote, motherfucker, because it's so nasty. It means you don't watch Jokic. UI test culture type people are going is also out of bounds in the sense of, bro, now's not the time for this. Like we going on like, what superstar ever loses their two best players and is told to ball up and win? That don't happen, bro. Unless they're going against inferior competition. Bro went against the Warriors. They smacking your man Ja right now. Ja just won the battle of the hood and now he getting whacked up. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't understand the hate. Maybe it's because the way his fan base is, and I have talked about his fan base. His fan base is OD, but that has to be the only reason. It has to be.
I think again the bigger war here is literally eye test versus analytics. People are tired of people hopping on social media, getting these platforms like we do, without getting into college level, NBA level, and getting certain credibilities that certain people aren't. That's really what it is. Even though a majority of the arguments are based off of facts, they're based off of statistics, that literally they're just bringing up these numbers to back up what they're saying. If I tell you X player is an elite scorer, I'm doing you a favor, a service to bring up the context behind that statement. But somehow that's a problem now.
I'm gonna be very blunt. It's presentation. It's what I've experienced on my own platform, in the barbershop, in gym class, etc. It really is presentation. Sometimes you gotta talk to people how they want you to talk to them to perceive your message. In minority communities, even on outside of just basketball, they call it code switching. Like sometimes you have to present your argument or speak to somebody in a different way so they'll listen to you. And I think that's the issue when it comes to the analytics side. There's people that are just out there pulling up their stat cards like it's fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And naming off a bunch of numbers, ignoring all context, listing numbers. And as a result, people are like, bro, I'm not buying that shit because you ignoring obvious like level shits. So I'm not going with that. I'm going with my eye test. That's fine. I might even lean towards more eye test most times than not. Fun fact. But one thing about eye test motherfuckers I've always had an issue with is when you're trying to gatekeep somebody from having an opinion. That's like the nastiest thing any human can do to a human. Outside of obviously like sending them to the woo and shit. You're trying to silence somebody for the fact that they don't agree with you. Majority of the time, both of you aren't qualified because even you trying to go to levels of, even if you wanted to lower it to high school basketball, that's fine. That shit is not NBA. And the players we talking about, you damn well ain't them. So if y'all really wanted to gatekeep it the way y'all want to gatekeep it, we'd be doing shit like, if you ain't better than Kyrie, don't speak on Kyrie. But that's not what happens, bro. Like y'all nasty as fuck for trying to gatekeep people from having basketball takes. But I do understand the frustration. I will admit right now, and maybe me and Souls disagree on this part. I do understand the frustration of people that just come through, just name a bunch of stats, and nothing is nothing. The numbers are the numbers. Deal with it. Those people are insanely toxic. I 100% understand that. But y'all hating on Jokic because of it is nasty.
And before somebody says something, yes, I understand he has been to a Western Conference Finals against the Lakers in the bubble. I understand that, and I give him credit for that. I do think that was more of the Clippers choking as to Jokic and the Nuggets beating them. The Clippers just choked that, but I still give him credit for that. But that was a way weaker Western Conference, and they were in a bubble. So, I mean, that is what it is. Now the Western Conference is extremely loaded with Phoenix, Golden State.
What?
Who knows?
Stop, bro. Stop.
I don't know about that one.
There's, ever since, like, I don't know, the 80s, there's not been a year where the West hasn't been strong. Come on, bro. Come on.
I don't know about the weak West, man. Look, as a Lakers fan, let me tell you, we heard nothing but if Dame and CJ get hot. That's all we heard. So don't give me no Trailblazers weren't legit. The Mavs had Luka. I told y'all Luka ain't a bitch, by the way. I told y'all he ain't going out in fucking 5. The Jazz back then were perceived as this team that plays defense and hits the 3, so they're always great.
Especially in the playoffs, bro, with the way D. Mitch was playing. Come on, bro.
Everybody was on the fucking rocket stick. The Thunder had Chris Paul, fun fact, and then the Nuggets and the Clippers and the Lakers were that. So nah, they weren't weak over there. And the Suns were just undefeated in the bubble and didn't make it. That's how wild the West is. that right there is how wild the West is.
Russell Westbrook with the Lakers, I don't know what's going to happen, but they can possibly come back. The Lakers, the Clippers, the Memphis Grizzlies, the Utah. No, Jazz, don't even think I'm adding you, bro. Y'all trash. I would never add y'all in anything ever. I told y'all if I picked y'all and y'all lost, I would never add y'all ever again. And I'm gonna touch on that later this week. But like I said, man, the Western Conference is extremely deep, and I don't know if Denver, even with MPJ and Jamal Murray, I don't know if that's enough, bro. I just don't. We'll see.
That's fair. I don't know if it's enough.
Yeah, I don't think so as well.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that's
one,
fair.
they're
That's
literally
very
coming
fair.
back from season-ending injuries, and two, even when they were healthy, I don't compared to the Warriors.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. has long strides to go. The Warriors are still a deeper team, clearly, because the fact that we're praising Jokic for doing this with his teammates right now. Sure, you could argue, well, yeah, if they're like number 4 and 5, they'll play better. That's fine, but we ain't praising these players right now, so there's not a lot outside of that big three. And I don't know about you, I don't think this big three Nuggets is about to solo the West.
Listen, congratulations to Nikola Jokic for winning the MVP. I think he deserved it. Just be better with your arguments, bro. That's really all we can ask. Use facts to support them. That's what this is really all about. I don't think it's that hard. Peace out, Joe.